So I want to talk about Pokemon Pocket, and I don't know if I'm gonna even upload this video because I don't know if you guys are gonna click on it for one, and then I have no idea if the algorithm is going to carry this video as far as I would like for it to go. But I just want to talk about Pokemon Pocket because personally, this is my very personal opinion. I think the game is getting a little bit stale. Now, yes, I understand that we are in our first year of the game being out. I get that. I understand that completely. But as someone who plays the game on their phone every day, as someone who opens packs every day, who does the drop events and stuff, who does ranked every now and again, who plays casual every now and again, I think the game is getting a little bit stale. So before I even get into the rest of the video, I also want to let you guys know that I play a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel. And so a lot of what I'm going to be saying is going to be related to my experience with Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel, because I think that Yu-Gi-Oh! Master Duel is the perfect example of what a digital card game should look like. Obviously, it's not perfect. No card game is perfect, but I still think that it is the blueprint of what a digital card game should be. So back to Pokemon Pocket. If we want to talk about what there is to do in the game, obviously at the core of the game, it is a collector game, right? You're basically just opening packs and collecting cards. Okay, you're trading with your friends and stuff. You're playing on ranked and or casual, and then you're doing solo mode, whether it's a drop event or it's just like the solo matches where it's like beginner, intermediate, expert, all that stuff, right? And then you have your wonder picks, and then collecting promos and stuff. But that's really the gist of what Pokemon Pocket is. And it's I get that, but I feel like if they want people to play the game more, then they should offer more PvP events. You know what I'm saying? So at one point we did have, the win streak event. Now I absolutely hated the win streak event. And the reason why is because that event literally forced you to build the best deck that was in the game and play that deck if you wanted to get the win streak, right? And obviously, I mean, it was only a 5 win streak, so it wasn't really a whole lot. But when you're playing, you can't really play a fun deck in that event because you're trying to get the win streak. You're trying to get the emblems and stuff, right? So you were forced to play a good deck to complete that event as fast as possible, and then just to never have to deal with it again. But we don't have that event anymore because now we have ranked, which is literally just the win streak event, but it's just reskinned as ranked, right? So what I think Pokemon Pocket could do, and this is what Master Duel does. So what Master Duel does is they bring out 2 events every month where they restrict what we could use in those events. So for example, we have a synchro only event where we can only use synchro monsters in the extra deck. Or we have a fusion event where we can only use fusion monsters in the extra deck. Or they'll have a legend anthology event where we can only use cards that were used by characters in the anime series. And I think they could extend this into Pokemon Pocket where we have type based events, right? So we can only use fire type decks or grass type decks or water type decks, right? And just restrict what we can use, or a no EX event, so we can't use any EX cards, or we cannot use any supporter cards, or we cannot use any trainer cards or something. There's so many different types of events that they can do, and I feel like that would get people not only to play the game more, but it would also get people to, it would make deck building a little bit more fun. But also at the same time, if they're gonna do events like that, then they need rental decks that people can use in the event. So in that way, if they're not able to build a deck for that event, then they can just use a rental deck, and then they can still do the event and still get the rewards from the event and stuff. And it doesn't price people out of playing the event. So then if a brand new person just downloaded the game and made their account, they can still jump into the event because now they have a rental deck that they can use in said event. And I think this would be a really good way to not only make deck building a little bit more interesting, but as well as giving people rewards and getting people a reason to play the game again, or to play the game more than what they are, right? So I think that so the way Master Duel does it is you know, you hit a certain amount of points, and when you hit that certain amount of points, you get gems, or you get like cosmetics and stuff, or you get like a title or whatever, right? And I think that Pokemon Pocket could do something similar, where they can give us hourglasses, like give us up to like, I don't know, 120 hourglasses. Give us, if we play through the event and we max ourselves out through the event, let us get a, like basically a free 10 pull, right? With hourglasses, like let us get a free 10 pull on whatever pack that we want to get a 10 pull on, right? So just let the reward for completing the event be 120 hourglasses. So like if we get, you know, 2 wins, we get 10 hourglasses, and then another 10, and then another 10, and another 10, until we get 120, until we hit the end of, you know, whatever like ladder that it is, right? And then, you know, that's the event. And then along the way, you know, let us get some like cosmetics or something. Let us get like an icon or some sleeves, or like maybe not sleeves, because I know sleeves are normally accompanied with a field as well. Or like, yeah, get us sleeves, get us a field, or, you know, an emblem or something, like just cosmetic rewards, or like hourglasses, something like that, just to get people to play the game a little bit more. And then, like I said, it will also like make deck building a little bit more interesting as well, because like obviously not every single card in Pokemon Pocket is good. We know this. That's literally every card game. But if you put them in a vacuum, then all of a sudden that not so powerful card becomes a little bit better, and then, you know, it makes the unusable cards a little bit more usable, and it makes, like I said, it makes deck building a little bit more interesting too. Like if we had a fire type event, you know how many Blaine decks we would probably see? I don't see Blaine used at all anymore. But like if we had a fire type event, then you would see Blaine and Rapidash and Arcanine and all that. Like you would see those cards be used a whole lot more, because like now it's like, oh, we have a fire type event. Okay, let me use Blaine, right? Like I think that would be really, really cool. It would make deck building so much easier, not easier, but it makes deck building so much more fun, because now you have to get a little bit creative with like what you're building. Also, let's talk about Wonder Picks for a little bit, because I think Wonder Picks are cool, but I feel like they could spice them up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like I think that, you know, we have the whole sneak peek thing, and then we have the whole I don't know what it's called, but it's where like they have like a certain type of like card, like whether it's an Ultra Beast or it's like a lightning type or a grass type event, whatever, and you can like pull EXs from those Wonder Picks, right? I think they should spice those up a little bit and let us be able to pull for like either full arts or hear me out, a possible rainbow border 2-star card. Okay, obviously they're not going to be free. Obviously, you know, they're not going to be free. They still let you, we still have to use our like 3 hearts, 4 hearts, 5 hearts, whatever it costs to like pull for those. But like spice it up a little bit, you know, let us be able to pull for a rainbow border 2-star card. So then that way it's like, you know, it gets people to open up their game and see, okay, do I have like a super rare pick? Like, so you know how you have the rare pick, right? Like let us have a super rare pick. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm letting y'all use that. Okay, I'm letting y'all use that. I mean, obviously you ain't gotta like call it that, but if you do, like, you got it. Like, you can have it. Like I am letting you call it that. So then that way, you know, like I got you, Pokemon Company. I got you. You know what I'm saying? But like super rare pick. That's cool. Like that'd be really cool. That would make Wonder Picks so much like more fun. You know, more interesting, more spicy. And like we like spicy, right? Like I like spicy. So like, yeah, like I think that would be really interesting if they just spice it up just a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But those are really the only ideas that I have at this point for Pokemon Pocket. Like I said, I want them to add restrictions for like PvP based events and stuff, right? I don't really care about the drop events or whatever. I think the only thing that I want them to do in drop events is really more of a quality of life update. Just let us open multiple packs at the same time, okay? Because these packs only have 1 card. So I have 10 packs that I farmed, and I have to open them all one by one, and that is very annoying. Just let me open all 10 at the same time, which I mean, maybe they're working on it, who knows? I don't know, but let me open up all my packs at the same time and I'll be happy, right? I'll be good. But that's really all I have to say about Pokemon Pocket. Like I said, I think the game has the legs to go very, very far. I just want them to I just want them to think about, you know, how to get people to continue to play the game. Because like I said, obviously at the core of the game, it's just a collector game. You know, obviously not everybody plays like PvP or anything like that. And it doesn't really hinder the experience for those who just open the game to collect cards. It just adds on the experience for people who already play the game, like who already like do the PvP and do like rank and stuff like that. So that's really all I got. That's really all I got. That's just what I wanted to talk about today. Let me know what you guys think of Pokemon Pocket down in the comments below. Subscribe if you guys want to see more content and stuff from me. With that, I'm going to get up out of here because my voice is starting to die. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.